Hello everybody with another episode of the Binding of Isaac Repentance. I did some lurking and some twerking, and I figured out Eve is one of the last characters that we need to get Hush with, okay? Now, I really need to get it big here. Eve has been annoying. I mean, she's super strong, yet I can't get any luck with Eve right now. So it's very, very frustrating for me personally, where I'm just like, okay, well, every time I go Kaioken over here with flip-flopping Horror Babylon, it's not worth it. We got Loki Baby. Congratulations to me. I mean, Loki Baby's alright. Loki Baby is a four-way baby that I think does decent amount of damage. That it's fine. It's not like the greatest, but I really need to kick it high gear with Eve, because it's fathoming to me that Eve, one of my favorite characters of all time. Of all time, I've been playing with her for years, and I get shafted. But hey, we got an HP upgrade, which was really good and cool. I thought I had to bomb it, but we don't. But it's a really big problem. Like, I am so focused on time, it's not even funny. And unfortunately, we do get one of the biggest FUs in the whole entire game. We get Champion Flippin' Monstro. I mean, our damage is only 4 without Horror Babylon, okay? So I am just trying to think smart. And this is one of the challenges. This isn't even a challenge, because I could rant again. I could rant again, which is beautiful. And we get another magic scarab. I've missed ranting. I really have, because it's one of those things where I'm just like, I missed it while challenges, but this isn't a challenge. Who cares? Everything's back to normal. Somewhat. Excuse me. Because, you know, our Lady Luck over here, could be extremely annoying. Okay? Could be extremely flip-flap and annoying. But, it's fine. It's fine. You know, I gotta soothe back into things where I'm like, oh, okay, you know, if you really want a nice run, then you could take the wafer. And we do. We do get the wafer. The wafer is a very good defensive build. Unfortunately, we did take red heart damage from the stupid spiders. But speaking of spiders, did you hear about the new Marvel game? Because I didn't until yesterday. Like, I think I don't have a topic for today. Be like, oh, Joe, is that the topic for today? No, I've already talked about superheroes. I love superheroes. Go check that video out in the playlist, because we've done over 320 episodes of these, first of all. But if you ever have a topic in mind, please do let me know in the comments down below, or at me on Twitter and send me, be like, hey, can you talk about Toys R Us? And I'll be like, I'll gladly talk about Toys R Us. Toys R Us was part of my childhood, and I will always forever love Toys R Us. Even though, like, a lot of people, you may not even know this, but did you know the McDonald's in the 90s had more mascots than any other fast food chain? A lot of people don't even know that Ronald McDonald was not alone, my friend. He was not alone. You had the purple guy that scared the bejesus out of me. There was literally one person that generally scared me when I was younger, and that was Santa Claus. I'm not even lying to you. Santa Claus scared the bejesus out of me when I was younger, and I hated it. And I didn't even see that Eternal Heart, just an FYI. So I'm so planning to lose it any second now. But literally, Santa scared me when I was younger. That I just really want to leave. Like, for whatever banal reason, I guess everybody wants to take pictures with Santa, especially when they're little, you know, at a Mall of America or something. But in my defense, like, you could just go hire your Uncle Roy, and he'll dress up as Santa for you, and he's not a stranger. Do you know how many kids sat on Santa's lap? I bet you, while you're listening to this, you'll be like, oh my god, I was one of those kids. It's true. It's true, okay? I'm not gonna say it's wrong, but it's a little, you know, for shame for you. But I'm trying to think of fears when I was younger that it's really something. It's really, really something for sure. I mean, I was never afraid of heights. I was reading this documentary, by the way. Did you know, like, everybody knows dogs have feelings as well, okay? And it's very interesting to me. And the thesis is, well, dogs' biggest fear, and I don't know how they could manage this, by the way, but dogs' biggest fear are heights. Like, can you believe that? Like, dogs' biggest fear are heights. And I mean, like, I don't understand that. First of all, how do dogs know? Like, oh my god, I am scared of heights. Woof woof. How do you know? You've never flown. Like, unless if you're telling me you have flown. But it's just very interesting to me that, okay, we took all dogs, all breeds, and we magically have come up with them not liking heights. I'm like, what? Like, how did you get your information? You know, there's certain things in this world that I can't comprehend. Okay, there is literally there's literally somebody's job out there in the world. Okay, that I'm gonna take Death's Touch because I can. That's somebody's job. Okay, tell me what the dogs are thinking. Woof woof. This one says he's scared of heights. Huh? What? Like, you can't find out fears from a test, okay? Like, you can't fathomly do that. Like, unless if you're doing something I don't know. Like, is my blood giving you some information that, you know, you're not telling me? Because I'd really like to know what the H is going on. But apparently, yeah. So somebody said, you know, this is how dogs feel. We've lined them up. We've studied them, and this is their fears. And you know, it baffled to me because dogs are a household pet. What other animals are they gonna test? Just out of curiosity. Oh, this ladybug. They're afraid of fingers. Oh, yes, the ladybugs are afraid of fingers. What? Like, what is going on in La La Land? The only way that you know somebody's fears, you ask them, hey, what's your fear, buddy? And if they tell you the truth, then they'll tell you the truth. But I just don't understand. This ladybug is afraid of you. Alright. But I find it very interesting. I generally find it extremely interesting. You know. Hey, Tommy. Yes, sir. Go in the middle of the ocean. Okay. Tell us what jellyfish feel like. Okay. While they're stinging you to death. You know what? Scrap the jellyfish. Tell me what a shrimp is afraid of. Okay? You know what shrimp are afraid of? And I'll tell you right now. Being cooked. It's not that hard. Dogs' biggest fear is probably that too. But I found that very, very interesting, if I'm gonna be honest with you. That was my most recent article that I read, and I'm like, I like, is this Fox telling me? Like, was this article written by Fox? Because I would like to know, because I feel like it's trying to jam stuff down my throat that certain things I shouldn't believe. Okay. I've been doing that a lot lately, where I've just been running into really running into spikes ad infinitum. But hey, this was well worth it. We got Cracker Jackson. Who cares? But you know, what do you feel like? That's gonna be the question of this episode. What is your regard? Do you believe that it's heights? Because, you know, I feel like that would be like a giant, you know, fear of pigs or something. You know, when pigs fly. You know, I'm sure the origin of that is they put a pig on a catapult, and it was just like, yes, this needs to happen, and this needs to happen now. But I find it very interesting on, you know, like, if they're testing animals, okay, and, you know, great, like, you're not testing byproducts on it or anything, but, I mean, it's a theory, okay? How are you finding this out? And, like, I'm not trying to be funny, like, I'm really not, like, but it's a funny topic, it really is. Be like, ah, yes, this is my dog, Jennifer, because I'm one of those owners that have human names, and I should be locked up in jail. I'm sorry. Why are you naming your dog a human name? Like, do you have, you know, do you have an ex and you're just like, man, I hate the name Jennifer? Or, like, I knew someone that couldn't have a kid, and that's very fair. So they named their dog what they were gonna name their kid. I'm like, that's a little weird. That's a little weird. But hey, I don't have an animal, so I mean, that's completely fine. But I'm just curious. Like, does your animal have an origin story name? Like, when I eventually have an animal, it'll either be called Sora, like, I'm not, or Spyro. Like, I would kill for a reptile that would just be named Spyro, and I'm a loser to ever come up with that. I really like the name Pixel too. I love that name. But I don't know. With animals, I feel like it's a little weird. But hey, we're at the flooded caves too, and we're over 15 minutes in already at this point. It's pretty scary. It's pretty scary. I mean, we have an amazing item. We have Death's Touch right now, and Soul of Azazel, and we have Telepills. Beautiful. I gotta watch out for Telepills, because Telepills could literally spawn us right in the boss room themselves. And truly, wholeheartedly, it wouldn't mind on this floor, but I'm taking way too much damage. Taking way too much schmexy damage. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Assault Heart. And let's just move on. I mean, wouldn't that be weird? See, now I'm on the topic, and forgive me. This was actually ballsy, because I didn't know how much health I actually had. What if... See, now I'm psyching myself out, and I don't really want to do it anymore. What if when you actually give blood, it shows, like, a government... You know Naruto? Like, the anime, they had ninja index cards. How did they get those index cards? You know? These ninja info cards, okay. So they either interviewed the ninja, or they, like, took the information somehow of, like, a spy. You know what? Like, what if, you know, the doctor is writing, okay, like, every doctor is like the Illuminati, And you're just like, well, what's your biggest fear? What's your blood type? And, you know, what's your dreams in life? So it's very, very interesting, and like maybe you have a doctor that doesn't talk a lot. My endocrinologist doesn't talk a lot, so he would be part of the system where like the doctors that don't say a lot don't want to be with the Illuminati. So you know, you may really hate them for not saying a lot, but they're there. It's very, very fascinating. You know what? I like it a lot. I'm glad that I put this idea in my head, but it's actually generally pretty scary right now. Because I don't want to give you my information. Like, that's territorial right now. And I don't approve. Now I'm just looking for a secret room. And we got it. Another poopy secret room. What else is new? But, I don't know. Like, I'm a person of culture that I do not go to the doctor at all. Except when I'm dying. I think the last time when I pooped blood. That is the most recent time to go to the doctor, because I'm just like, well, no. I don't really... It's not that I don't like the doctor. It's... I just don't want to really go and waste my time. Because, you know, in a lot of countries, you know, you go to the doctor to be better before you get sick. You know, get medication. You know, since I don't really take medication, and I don't really plan on medication, taking meds. I think a lot of them are a joke in one way or another. You don't know how many times in Arizona I went to a doctor, and my doctor keeps on suggesting I smoke marijuana, and I'm just like, no, I'm good, because at the VA, Veterans Affairs, you know, they could push that, and like that's fine. It helps millions of people. It really does. Probably a day even, but for me, I don't really want to do it. But yeah, it's very fascinating, and like, yeah, no. And then if you don't do what they say, you know, obviously then you're gonna be back. So it's just it's very frustrating. Where did that bomb go? Where did that bomb go though? But I mean, that's just me. You know, some people I know for a fact don't like going to the doctor's office either, nor the dentist or any kind of help. And that's the real reality of it. And I don't really poop on people like that, because you know, for me it's very, very true, where I'm just like, why do I need to go see somebody and talk about how I feel? But then you're basically, that's the point of a psychologist or a therapist, by the way, where I had to take one. Everybody knows I had to take one. When I was a minor, I was legally, I was forced to take one of the court, and it was not fun, because I'm just like, everything you're saying, you're being a yes person, and I don't like yes people, so tell me. It's not tell me what you want, but I'm just getting to the point where it's just like, well, just tell me what you need. Like, tell me what you want to say so you could write it in your book. And it was just like, well, all right, you know, I was never. One therapist was just like, you think you know better than me? Because I made a comment where I'm just like, well, no matter what I say, as long as it's not life-threatening, you know, if it is, you gotta tell the police or like the authorities or something. And they're like, what do you know better than me? And now it's more accessible than anything. There are apps for it. There are literally apps, so if you don't like talking and sitting down in those comfy chairs, that's the best part. That's the best part, where I fell asleep multiple times in there, where I'm just like, oh, these chairs are comfy. But, you know, I will never, ever not, you know, turn therapy away and, you know, disadvise it, because that's, everything can help different people. And, I think you got to be very honest with yourself on what you want to try, and that's the first way of getting better, you know. If you know, your diet needs to change, or you need to go see somebody, where everything could virtually help as long as you let it help. It's not that hard, in my opinion, to let something else help you. Where if you're not 100% in, that's okay. It's worth giving it a shot. And the ultimate goal is to get better. That is the ultimate goal in life. And I'm not going to take that item. So we're going to re-roll it until I get something better. Syringe, not worth it. Definitely not worth it. Definitely not worth it. Polyphemus. Oh. Okay. If I didn't take that, would have I gotten Ipecac? Because I feel like Ipecac is the only thing that's better than there. But to my chagrin, unfortunately, we're not doing amazing damage. You know, it may say that we are. I don't feel like we're doing 14 damage at all, unfortunately. But you know, this is a champion after all. You know, we could have something nice. But no, I feel like I don't feel like we're doing the damage that you're saying, and we're behind schedule. We're really, really behind schedule right now, and we have Krampus. So I'm really hoping for a lump of coal right now. Do I think that'll happen? Dude, I have no idea. I have no idea. But hey, we got ahead of Krampus, and we're going down on 21 minutes, excuse me. So, I'm really hoping, because this is the mom floor, so we really got to pick it up. And, you know, as I've said, you know, maybe we're doing 14 damage normally, but we don't have enough health. Maybe we have enough damage to do Hush, but I mean, I have to keep Soul of Azazel just to even have a shot at it. And look, we get another one. And we get Perthrow, and we get Abundance. Is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know at all. So, unfortunately, no item here. It's gonna be extremely tight. It's like, do I even go get the item room if it's not on our way of the boss? That's a very scary situation. I mean, Head of Krampus is literally an instant kill, which I will gladly take. You know, we're trying to defeat one of the biggest bosses in the whole entire game with a time crunch, okay? So, I need good items. I'll take anything really that you could throw at me. Last time we changed the item room, we got an amazing godsend item, and really I'm just being greedy. Spelunker's Hat, I think, is A-okay by me. Telepills, I'm not risking it again. But I would say Spelunker's Hat, maybe like C tier. The only reason why I have to clear this room is we're at the point where we need to go back for Azazel. So give me cancer all day. Give me cancer all day, every day, please. Especially with Polyphemus. Yeah. I'll take this forever. And we got a liver. Yeah, we're not gonna re-roll that. We got blue candle. We'll take this. And the battery and steam sail. Not really that good. But, I think the battery is fine, in my opinion. So now, I'm checking the time, because it's 24 minutes in. We need to get, we need to change it real quick. So we need to get to Hush in basically 7 minutes. Is that possible? I have no idea. I generally have no idea right now. So, unfortunately, we just get the 9-volt, a quicker charge. I think that's fine. I think that's better than the battery, because now I can technically use Krampus's head every 2 rooms, and now I am just trying to hurry up as fast as possible. And of course, there's multiple pins. Beautiful. So, I really have an option here. Do I tank everything? Which, I need to. Or, do I try to go get something real quick? So this is just the soul heart. I'm hoping that I teleport closer. We only have 5 minutes left. So this is a time crunch. This is a time crunch. I say screw it. I can't go back. I can't go back at all. Now, was it safe for me to even go back and to get quicker charge? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But I really needed to be smart here. And with Mom coming up, there's a very lucky shot that Krampus could sort of one-shot us. Or one-shot Mom. So here we go. Unfortunately, I didn't want to wait. Now, at this point, I have to really be taking a lot of damage. Simply because, unfortunately, it is Red Mom. But I have the knife. And I really don't care that I'm taking so much damage, because we have the wafer. You know, we do have the wafer after all, and that's where I felt comfortable. If we didn't have the wafer, we would probably only be at 2 hearts right now. So we have damage, I guess. And yet again, I really need to sort of hit everything here. So, you know, Book of Secrets, thank goodness for that, because that generally gave me the way of seeing the boss ASAP. Now, I basically said screw it and took a lot of damage, because as I've said, the only way that we're sort of even gonna get a chance is the Emperor card. We need the Emperor card. And I know that we're at 27 minutes last floor. It's gonna be a crapshoot. You know, I'm glad for the wafer and all that jazz, but and we get probably the hardest boss that we could ever get. Great. You know, we're trying to do goals here. I gotta rush. We have 0 bombs, almost 0 health as well. I don't care. Heal me with love. So let's go. Let's go with 2 minutes to spare. Okay, we need something magical. And at this rate, it's extremely hard to even do. I sort of need to basically count it as a loss and sort of really move on. But I am very, very not happy right now. But it was a gosh darn good run, I suppose. But you know, it is what it is. You know, 2 minutes to beat the boss. It's very unlikely. We're not going to... We're not going to do anything at this point. We're not going to do anything. But, 2 minutes left. I mean, is it even possible? And we get the Emperor. Oh my goodness. So I'm virtually trying to destroy Envy as fast as possible so I can get one charge in. And I'm basically saying, screw it. And we have 2 minutes to defeat, Mom's Heart. Yeah. If we did not get that Emperor card, you know how fast we would have lost? Extraordinarily fast. And this is why the run is called What a Time Crunch, because if we didn't get that item, we would have lost. Okay? So I don't even want to risk it. We have less than a minute left. It's just too terrifying for me personally. It's... Oh my goodness. It's too scary. Nope. I have a minute left. I'm lucky that I even got this far. Let's not go see Isaac. And we just jumped down. So we actually finally got here. Now, here's somebody recommended me to do with the Hush fight. Always watch the vignette, because it'll show you what you need actually. So I took that in advice. So we got tech tiers, and then honestly we're just gonna take a lard, increase my my health a little bit, and I will take that. And for 3 cents I need it, so let's go. We have no boosts. We have little damage. We have a little damage, but that's okay. We're not waiting. We're waiting for him to get big. But I'm so glad we're here. And sometimes Bookworm even shoots out 2 tiers. So at this point, now I'm just like, I think tech tiers really saved this run, because how much distance we could get. And the wafer sort of really came in clutch too, especially in the womb. So I feel fantastic. Wrap me in plastic, please. Ooh woo. All the you woos and ada-adas. Ada-ada. Because I feel great that I'm here. And I'm looking at my health. I'm looking at the damage that Hush is taking. It's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. So, I mean, it's completely okay. It is, he's a quarter, maybe 15% done. We got Revenge Fly, which, after this fight, I feel like it really carried the run as well. For me personally, I don't know why the Crow and Revenge Fly could even not work on the same enemy, if that makes sense. So Hush is half dead. Now I feel like we're doing 15 damage simply because I am doing more than one tick, in my opinion, with X tiers. People have told me, bro, X tiers is the best tier rate, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I see it, like, doing several ticks per damage on probably one of the hardest bosses, in my opinion. I'm fine. So, I am so happy right now. Like, the only way that I could lose this run is if the game crashed. So, that actually has not happened, like, 200 episodes? Yeah, remember the first time we faced Dogma? That was fun. But you're 80% dead. Having the wafer be one of my amazing item rooms, I don't think there's anything that the game could have done Especially like liver mixed with wafer, is that almost an instant kill? Like, I really just want to hurry up this fight. I'm not doing much damage at all. Like, I feel it, but I'm also very panicky, if I'm gonna be real with you. So I'm just like, I need to really hurry up and kill you as quickly as possible. So we have four health. Like, I just want the win. I don't care if I lose. I just want the win, and we did it. And we did it. And we got Whore Baby. And Eve is officially done. Eve is officially done, and I have six hits left. And here we go. Let's go beat Isaac, because it's gonna be a lot easier. But shoutouts to that comment for basically telling me, hey, look, listen, you annoying fairy. Basically, especially if you're in a deep crunch, I could get that vignette. And I mean, I know that's a weak enemy and all, but doing that much damage, that's pretty nice. That is really, really nice with X-Tiers. The distance is what I feel like is the best valued thing here. And I gotta feel like, you know, do I save my lovely, beautiful, keys for the chest, or do I just use them here? I don't think personally it matters either way. I think this is a winnable run as long as I don't play bad, and even if I do, just give me like 2 red heart drops and I'll be fine. And plop, a red heart. But yeah, I mean, it's the realization, if I'm gonna be real with you, on how have we come so far in so little time. Oh, by the way, never push buttons. Never ever push buttons. I hate this room with a burning passion. So I summoned 4 bosses, and that killed my hearts, by the way. Like, that killed so many of my hearts. And I realized never press buttons in the cathedral again. You know, maybe I'm just like, oh man, you know, I feel fine here. No, I'm never pressing buttons again, because this is all malarkey. But hey, we got a Guppy's Collar, which is really nice here. Like, give me some soul hearts or something. You gave me flies. It's like crabs, but it's like flies. But no, I'm telling you, look at what luck happened, by the way. And it's just insane. It's just insane right now. But hey, that's completely fair. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, never press buttons. I won't forget that until I move on. But yeah, I mean, it really is interesting to me, because I still think, like, we went through a phase, and we got a pretty flag. We really went through a phase of, oh my god, you know, Blue Baby's a joke, and then we figured out how to do Delirium. Like, Delirium, I faced more times in the early runs than this run, which is crazy to me. But, you know, then we had a phase of, like, okay, Mother is the most scariest thing, and then Beast and everything, and we did a lot of things out of order, in my opinion. And unfortunately, lucky for us, we got a junky room, but I need hearts. I very much need hearts right now. Where I failed you, Senpai, and that's not really that good, and I apologize. But hey, that's quite alright by me. It's quite alright. I'm feeling the flow right now. But hey, let's put it as a perspective here. We do have a chance to get something good from the second secret room because of the cap. So maybe some hearts. Oh my god, that's a lot of hearts. Okay, so Spelunker's hat virtually, ultimately, may have saved me from not dying, which is hardcore. That's a lot of hits right now. 2, 4, 6, 7 hits. No, 14 hits actually. So that's pretty insane. So that's why I say Spelunker's hat could be very, very good. And X tier's pretty good if I get to charge him up. So I feel great. I mean, if Isaac was an animal, they would be like, I'm afraid of Eve right now. Like, who wouldn't be afraid of Eve? I'm afraid of Eve if she was real, because I'd be like, wow, you're an emo girl, be mine. And they'll be like, no. I'm like, oh, rats. Do you think that's how emo boys exist? From emo girls? If you get your heart destroyed by an emo girl, it's a ritual, then you become an emo boy, and then they want you for being an emo boy because you're emo like them, and then they become something else. Man, I don't know. I do not. That's the only fad that I knew in high school. I was most interested with them. Man, those hairstyles need to come back, man. I'm just saying, if you have one of those OG 90s emo hairstyles and you don't know, kudos to you. And look, we didn't even need to take any damage. Look at that. We took no damage, and here's our beautiful treasures. Panic equals power. The parasite, which is a very good item that I feel like does nothing, so that was a caveat in my opinion, unfortunately. Because if we kept Dark Sights, do I feel like we would have won? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because ultimately we won, so who cares? Who the heck cares, man? Drop money equals power, because that's... No? Alright, cool. Now, this trinket baffles me. And we're gonna come back to that in a little bit. But, dude, I feel like I'm doing something wrong with that trinket. Because, it is bomb equals key. And I don't really like it. Yeah. Because I'm still confused to this day. I am still very much confused. I don't know how it works. Because I try it. And I don't use it properly. So, it's just, maybe the only thing that I didn't do is when I had the trinket and I picked up a bomb and it became a key. Maybe that's what happens. But, I don't know. I generally do not know, because I don't test these out. I don't test it out. I don't look up items because I like my shock if I'm doing it live. So I think right now, as long as we have Krampus's head, we'll be fine. I mean, like I said, we didn't take any damage on Isaac right now, and we're taking too much damage on MB. But now we have Yumheart, so it doesn't really matter. Yumheart is only now a 3-charge room. And like rooms like this, I could definitely beat without taking damage. Thank you to X tier. So it's a very interesting scenario. And what a lovely, lovely chest you got there, sir. Sir and or madam. What a lovely chest you have there, Eve. Do you think Eve would be pretty upset if I said that in public? I would. I couldn't even say that. Hey, nice chest there, Eve. Excuse me? Like, oh, no, I meant your big chest with the keyhole. You want to put what and where? Like, no. Alright, kudos, Eve. Good job, Eve. So, I was just generally thinking like, okay, well, I'm gonna try out this trinket here with Minor Axe, but hey, at least I take the black bean. But I have, bombs are key. So, does that mean every bomb that I pick up equals a key? And I'm like, well, that's not working. Like, I'm dumb. So, I get frustrated at this point where I'm just like, well, okay. You know, I'll never forget that, where I'm just like, a lot of things off camera are just funny to me. I'm just like, okay. Now we're back where we started with the Yumheart as well. And then I just take Uncorked, because yet again, I still don't know what that does. Like, so many trinkets, so little time, where I'm just like, okay, I don't know what you do. But, I'll figure it out. Because if they're cutting off one whole active item, that's a lot, man. Like, if bombs are key, and you're saying bombs are key, and not vice versa, and you're just getting rid of bombs, that's pretty hardcore. But hey, we got one key. That's good, right? That's good, right? Yeah, and then I just get frustrated. Yep, give me back my cancer. Give me back my cancer, because I'm not dealing with this shenanigans anymore. I want to be the best powerful Eve that I could do. So, I am thinking to myself, well, is Yumheart really mattering right now? It's more of a defense strat more than anything. But the quicker that I work, you know, the faster I go, the more charges that I'll get. So it's a very interesting scenario. As long as I don't keep on taking red heart damage like that, then I could sort of make a profit out of 3 rooms, and I'm happy with it. Like, I feel like I have enough hearts here. So I go back, because every 2 rooms, then I could just use Krampus's head and just say, screw it. So, come on, come to daddy, and dead. So that is 1 floor. That is that. I figured I use Black Rune here because, yes, these are mini bosses and won't do a lot of damage, but when are we gonna have normal enemies in here? But also, another question that I got that I could sort of, I guess, explain, where when I'm doing runs like this, okay, and I need to do a certain thing, right? Why don't I just end the recording? You know, because you already did the part that we've already seen. I completely get that, but for me, I'm like, no. You are going to see it all, and you are going to like it. Because I think you're just missing point of the run at that point. And, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, no, that is why I try to finish as most of the runs as possible. Obviously, if I die, like, mid-run, that's a completely different story. But, like, I completely get it, and I will be understanding for sure later in the run. But, I mean, I feel like if I don't finish the run, there's sort of like, well, who cares at that point? Like, for this part, like, I'm trying to get more keys so I could do more damage. Is that smart? No. And, I get it, like, I felt like I could already win, but I really want to, like, make sure, if that makes sense. So that's why I accidentally do all the rooms. Like, it doesn't take a lot, but, you know, I have Krampus's head filled and everything else, but, you know, that's a very good question, and if you have any questions about the game or just topics in general, this is what happens when I plan ahead, where I talk about dog fears and animal fears. Do you really want that? No? Okay. But, yeah, no, this was a nice run. It just gets harder from here. And that's what you need to understand, where this gets really difficult real quick, because very soon very, very soon, we're gonna have to play the It character. I don't really want to play the character. But, and then Tainted as well, and then everything in between. It's just gonna get harder from here. But we have Blue Baby, and I'm very curious on what Whore Baby could even do, in my opinion. But, does Parasite really work? I don't know. Like, I feel like if I saw it, you know, it would be a big benefactor, but nevertheless, I feel good. I feel good. I don't think there was any boss could have beat us today. Maybe Delirium, if I get really frustrated. But at this point, I'm like, YOLO. I don't care. But that is going to be it for this run. If you like what you saw and heard today, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope I'll see you again tomorrow. This has been Joe Wilde Plays. I hope you're happy, because you made me happy by watching this video. Take care, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye-bye.